It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3, and Ewan got his chance to make a lunchbox treat a little earlier. I'm going to get a shot at doing the same thing. It might not be the same, but I'm telling you now, I know Ewan's going to be impressed. In fact, actually, let's call the brother in. Thank you so much for coming to join me in my lunchbox vibes.
I'm excited.
So do you like what I have so far? Like just the
I'm loving it.
Right?
I love the almonds and the nuts.
Those are these sriracha ones. Because I like a bit of spice to it as well, you know? So essentially, I'm a rap guy. Not only do I know how to rap every now and then, shake it down, but also I like the fact that, you know, because I work on radio as well.
Yes.
It's difficult, you know, between...
You gotta eat when you can.
Between like songs and stuff, you have to eat and you have to grab something. You can't always have a bowl and in front of you. So that's why I like a wrap, because you can get a nice, healthy, whole wheat wrap, like the one we have over here. And then you can pack it with the protein essentials as well. All right. Which is very important. So just to get started, I'm going to start off with a normal wrap, just like that. This is simple. And a little later, right, we'll just fold it up, cut it up, and it's simple. But first, I'm just going to drop it in here, because in order for a wrap to be pliable and moldable, it's got to be warm.
You got to get a little bit of heat in there,
So I'm just going to warm that up. And while that's going to be warmed, I'm opening up my chicken. I'd like to warm that as well. But that's,
you know what? I thought I went all out with my lunchbox, but you know you can't waste it.
What?
You're taking it to another level.
I'm just going to heat it up. So this is going to be nice and hot, and this essentially is going to be a bit more pliable. But while we're waiting, I love biltong. So what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to chop my biltong so it's actually going to be fitting into my lunchbox nicely.
Lovely.
Just like that. And then also I've got these, which are my mangoes. And remember, once again, a bit of protein.
Yes.
And then over here, this is a bit more of the sugar, so I mean fructose, I suppose. Yes. But you know that if you are doing any sort of thing like a show or you had a long day, you just need a little bit of a kick.
A kick, absolutely.
And sometimes I just love adding this as well. So I actually put the biltong and, you know, the mangoes all in one. And then, I mean, that's just pretty much the deliciousness that you need. You know that little treat that you had?
Treat, yes.
That's exactly what I'm having over here. And now, can you see this is
Look
now
at that.
It's moldable.
Like it transformed.
It did indeed.
Into its true form.
And now this is what I'm going to do here. Okay, so with the cottage cheese, like you said, like I've learned from my people, like you, we add, right? We need to add protein where we can.
Yes.
So what I do is I put a foundation of cottage cheese.
Let me help
there we go, thank you. And that's my foundation of cottage cheese in there.
Okay,
and then
so just in the middle, like that?
Just in the middle.
Okay.
You'll see why, because the way it's folded. Then the greens, so with broccoli, I love baby spinach, and I love the fact that it protects the wrap as well. Yes. And also gives you that extra crunch when you're just diving into it, which I enjoy. So I don't hold back on the greens. I think it's quite beautiful.
And I think with any lunchbox ideas, there should be some form of green.
Exactly. And then my chicken goes down while I'm at it here. And then I think that's quite important to have the chicken. And then, all right.
We're not done. No. I mean, we're not done.
I have some nuts for the crunch. Because you want to enjoy something. You know what I mean?
One?
You're going to love it. Okay, you're going to want to tuck into all of them. Now, naturally, I'm not going to put the whole... I'm not going to put all of it in there. Okay. That's got quite a kick. So what I'll do is I'll just take a couple of these, right? And then I'll just put it into a little bit of a parchment like this. And then I'm going to give them a bit of a crunch. Just so...
You don't have another tool here.
Oh, this works nicely.
Is it going to work?
There we go. See? And now that I've got those all broken down, I can sprinkle them over. And now you get a beautiful crunch.
So you get that bit of a crunch as well.
And then...
Dude, that looks amazing.
The good part is that you have to just fold it up. So you fold like this way around here, and then over here. And then you tuck it in, and then you roll down like this.
Yo.
And then...
Buddy.
Back in there to seal. And we cut it in half, and we are golden, my friend.
My mouth is watering right now, my friend.
And
that is good.
That's essentially what we're looking for. And I think the heat of this is actually going to seal it together. Yeah. Which is great. I mean, if you want to, you could do dry pan if you've got a good non-stick. Or you can actually add a touch of little butter in there if you want the more unctuousness. But that's entirely up to you.
Almost like fry it a little bit more.
That's correct. But, I mean, it's entirely... This part over here, depending on what your health requirements are, you can add as per. And then, and once again, some grapes. I always love a good dose of my fruit for RDA, and you pack it in, you enjoy, and that's pretty much all she wrote. That is my little lunchbox.
I love the variety.
And the variety is important, you know, I think that no day is the same.
Yeah.
And this is why I just wanted to make sure that we are all just enjoying it. And while this is crisping up...
But I mean, it really comes down to thinking about what you're putting into your lunch boxes and just taking that little bit of extra time to prep in advance.
Yes.
You know, I think that is so important because we know our lives get so busy and so rushed, you know, and we want to make sure
That's correct.
Because with a lunch, let's be honest, with a lunch like this, you have staying power.
Exactly.
For the rest of the day.
And that's why I just want to make sure that people are enjoying their lunches. And a wrap is quite simple. You cut that in half, you have one, you go for it again. And I think also it's that consistency of having something, you know, that you're eating as well,
Absolutely.
which is beautiful.
Yeah, 100%. That is fantastic.
Yes, thank you, man.
I am highly impressed.
I am impressed with yours as well. I think
your
we should
lunch
swap
box
lunch
there.
sometime.
We should swap lunch. We
I
should
think
do a lunch swap.
Right, let's do lunch. You know, that'll be wonderful. But if you want to get your hands on this recipe and customize it, please do yourself a favor. Head on over to your favorite website, expressoshow.com, and enjoy.